Rolling. All right. Michael Gebben here, your mind mechanic, tuning up hearts and minds one at a time so your ideas don't die in your heart, your head, or your hard drive. We don't want that to happen, or Dropbox for that matter, or Google Drive, or any other drives that may exist, the cloud drive. Today, while failure is actually winning. So I had this little new setup I have over here. I won't show it right now, but I'm looking at the back of this frame that I've got put up there, and I thought I need something on the back to look at that. I don't want to look at the back of this thing. There's no motivational quotes. I got motivational things all around me, to inspire me. And I went and started grabbing some stickers. MIA, another MIA sticker, jump starter sticker, Desiree sticker, these other random stickers that I found. Of all the times, just specifically, I made some stickers, and some of those stickers involved a lot of mental bandwidth for weeks that nothing came up besides thinking and making a sticker. And other times there was whole businesses for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. How many of you have had an idea and buy the URL? How many URLs do you have? I think at one point in time, I had probably at least 100. And I would buy URLs, and I'd make little websites, and I'd make business cards. I know that off of Vistaprint, I bought business cards that I didn't ever use. Got the whole thing designed, made it all up, printed them, got 500 business cards. Didn't use one of them, never handed them out. And that happened many times in my life. And what I wanted to reframe, which is, I think, so powerful, and it's something that has dramatically changed my life. And if I haven't said this before, I'm going to say it today again here. When you shift your focus from what you don't want to what you do want, magic starts to happen. And so at times we can look at, and I'm going to flip this around in a second, but we look at things that we did, and we can look at through a lens that didn't work. That was a failure. That was a waste of time. I should have never done that. I wish I would have not done that. And then we start looking at things we want to do and go, well, I've already done that. I already know what's going to happen, and it's not going to work. And last week, probably the prior one that you're listening to here, I talked about, taking the swings, taking the shots. And I started to think to myself, rather than looking at these things that no longer exist, things where I started up a business, had this idea, bought a URL, bought a website, made a sticker, got business cards, whatever, went through the motions and then stopped. That giving myself some major credit for taking the shot. Because again, like I said last week, or the prior one before this, if you don't take the swing, if you don't swing and maybe end up striking out, you'll also never hit the ball. You'll never, have the win. And so all those times that you've tried, you've tested, you've done something, and maybe didn't follow it all the way through, give yourself a little bit more credit for taking the shot to begin with. I've talked about half-built bridges before, where at times people want to get to the other side, and we'll just metaphorically say that the other side, the only way to get there is truly to build the bridge. And you have everything in front of you to build the bridge. You start building the bridge, but somebody comes along with a better way to build a bridge. And so you stop building the bridge that you maybe made it 50% of the way to the other side with the bridge you were building. And you start building the next bridge, and you maybe make it 80% of the way, but somebody comes along with a better bridge, and you start building another bridge. And before you know it, 20 years have passed, 5 years have passed, 10 years have passed, and you've gotten really good at starting to build a bridge. But what can happen with some is you get really tired, and now you never get to the other side. Now, there's lots of ways to look at this. Maybe there's no need to get to the other side, right? There's always a different perspective. But what I found is that I've looked at that through a lens at times of like, wow, I wasted all that time building all those bridges if I would have just kept building the first bridge. The thing about it is, it doesn't matter. At this point in time, you get to make a choice. You can stop building bridges altogether and stay where you're at. You can make a choice to keep learning how to build and start with all the new technology and the new bridges, or you can take everything that you already know today and absolutely know with absolute certainty that you are an absolutely different person than you were all those prior bridges, and that it was all worth doing. And none of it was a failure, but rather, and I've said this before, a learning experience. But I've still looked at times through a lens of negativity, of waste. Even though, it's always a learning lesson, there was still, it was a loss, rather than it was still a win. It was always a win. It is always a win. We just can wake up any moment of any day, and rather than living Groundhog's Day over and over again, you can make different choices. But the choices you've already made, you've got to take off that backpack of the past and throw it down. Don't keep adding to it of all the things you shoulda, coulda, woulda, wish I coulda, da. And just know that today, moving forward, is all you got. Spending our time, and I've been obsessed with the past at times, absolutely obsessed, to a point of paralysis, to a point of not moving, to a point of, like, metaphorically speaking, not taking any action and not doing anything, because then you think your past predicts your future. That's why you can't hang on to the past from a place of heaviness, a place of lack, a place of scarcity, but rather to look to the past of just, what did you learn? What lessons are there? What wisdom is there in the fact that you took an action, that you did something, right? Anytime that you've actually taken a step, that you've done something, you've taken an action, is a win, no matter the outcome, because there's a lesson to learn. And you hear this today. It doesn't matter what you have or haven't done in the past. There may have been times that you did something, you're like, I didn't learn a lesson, and that's okay too. So today, just give yourself credit for all the things that you've done, all the things that you've tested, you've tried, that didn't work out, that you quit, that you stopped, that you gave up, the restarts. And remember, little nugget here, a lot of these are just as much for me as they are for you. They're reminders. I think you'll find that a lot of people, if you watch anybody else or listen to podcasts of things like this, people are talking about things usually that they're close to home. Just remember that. But how close to home is it? Where are they coming from with it? But there's something there, because people are talking about things they care about, good, bad, or indifferent. And so this is a reminder to me as much as it is to you, to just give myself some space, to give myself some love, and to give you that permission to know that everything you've done is not a waste. It's a win. And you get to make a choice today to wake up, move forward, take a deep breath, and take another step. My friend, if you're on Facebook, give it some likes and love. Tell me hello, send me a message, keep rocking, keep rolling. This is Michael Gebben, your mind mechanic. Tune it up, hearts and minds, one at a time, so your ideas do not die in your heart, your head, or your hard drive. Too many people are too talented, and they're letting the world, they're letting others, they're letting everything outside of them prevent them from moving forward. And it hurts. It hurts inside. I know it. And I felt it from so many that I've gotten to be with, to experience, to coach, to help, to serve. And I don't want you to be one of them. So keep rocking, keep rolling, and take another step forward. Appreciate you all so much. Have an incredible day, and we'll talk soon. It's your Daily Jumpstart.